Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Tiffany, a retired librarian turned homeschool mom. And in this video, we're going to look at the last, at least for October of 2022, of the videos from the PBS Storied channel, or PBS channel Storied on YouTube, specifically their show called Monsterum, which is done by Dr. Emily Zarka. So we're going to be looking at the Nicklevee. So this is a monster out of Scotland, particularly supposedly brought over from the Orkney Islands over near Norway. So this monster it comes out in fall and winter. It's kind of part of their seasonal legends where you have this goddess who runs the ocean in spring and summer and keeps this monster in check. And then she's defeated by another monster come fall, and this creature is let loose. And it causes disease and famine and the failure of crops and kills people. And essentially is a horseman creature. It comes out of the water. The images she uses, which I have up on the screen here, looks like a filleted man horse with like a single eye on the horse and holding a whip. So it's very grotesque and very, very creepy. And they think it's kind of connected to some of the legends of horse monsters and horse gods in Norway and Sweden. So, because these Falkland Islands that came over from there. So, it's a fall, dark, winter creature, basically. You know, in a time where it's dark, it's scary, there's not a lot of food. So that's where you kind of get these myths. Now, this thing has a couple of things that deter it. Freshwater would be one of them. So it doesn't particularly like fresh water. So one of the tales that she tells is that of a young man who runs into it one night, and he runs along the edge of the loch, splashing fresh water at this creature. And he gets lucky, he's able to jump over a little freshwater river to get away from the creature. The creature can't cross it. So she talks a little bit about how particularly fresh water in these lochs were vital to the Scottish people because it's fresh water and food and things like that. But they're also very, very dangerous. So you're kind of intermixing that. The other thing that kind of enrages and almost deters this creature is the burning of kelp. And she goes into the explanation of what we know of as kelp is seaweed. But back then, kelp referred to basically the ashes after burning seaweed, and that was used in a variety of things. So apparently it gets very, very bad after the burning of something from the ocean. So, and that kind of deters it or enrages it, keeps it away, essentially. So it's a very interesting, it's not a very long video as these aren't. It's about 8 minutes, a little over 8 minutes long, but it's a good introduction to this specific piece of folklore. If you're looking into Scottish legends and mythologies, this is a good piece of media to add to looking at that. It's also, if you're specifically wanting to look at this type of evil horse mythology, it's a good place to, as a jumping off point if you want to go into more depth. And it's just kind of a fun video to watch if you like the dark and the scary, as is Monsterum. It's talking about monsters. Not the first time. I covered several of her videos because they're very, very good. I do follow her myself. I find them enjoyable, despite the fact that I don't like the horror aspect. But again, this is the monsters. It's the folklore of the Scottish Islands. And again, the belief in this creature has obviously very much waned, particularly as industrialization comes in and the understanding of science and what causes disease and so forth. So, but it is part of their folklore and their history. So it's an interesting, grotesque story. It's a very good overview of this creature and where it comes from and what it was. So it's definitely an interesting video. Again, it's not very long. So this video isn't going to be very long. So that's really all I can say. Great video as always. I enjoy Monsterum. Dr. Emily Zarka is a fantastic host, and she has a wealth of information. So that is really it for this video. If you like what you see, like and subscribe, and leave a positive comment if you have one. And check out the rest of the channel. Mostly I do book and film reviews, along with some travel stuff thrown in there and some more secular education stuff in there because we're a secular homeschooling family. My daughter is really young right now, so this stuff is coming. It's in the works. So we're moving in there slowly. By the time you guys see this, she'll be about 3. So we're just getting started here with the education stuff. So I will add that. So again, like and subscribe if you like what you see. Thank you.